You ever heard of Friedrich Nietzsche?
Probably.
Like a philosopher.
Hmm.
And I think it was him. I hope I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm a terrible philosophy minor. But he said, if humanity got everything they wanted, if they got cakes and they got to eat whatever they wanted and have whatever they wanted, and all things worked out for them all the time,
Hmm.
some motherfucker would just start breaking shit just for something interesting to happen.
Yeah.
Some nigga will just start going crazy just to be like, yo, this shit was boring, my nigga. You gotta shake this bitch up. Somebody is gonna be the bad guy. Somebody's gonna be the bad guy just because.
It's
It's
like
like,
the person who brings the gun to the party, and
yup,
everybody's like, "Why?"
exactly. Ex- ex- that's a fucking perfect point, bro. It's the nigga who brings the gun to the party. Why you need that?
Yeah. I lay on the scale, you gotta glow, you gotta glow. She had my attention, she gotta know.
I'd like to welcome everyone to another episode of the Let's Get Podcast. I'm your host Zeke, and in this episode, I have my friend Alex to speak about protesting and current state of America. You can listen to this podcast on all major platforms, including YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, by clicking the link in the description below, or going to allmylinks.com/Let's Gather Pod. I'd like to give a content warning for any strong language used in this episode, and hope you have a nice day and enjoy the show.
All right, what's up? What's up?
So I'd like to thank you for joining the podcast.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on, man.
So first question,
Long time coming.
first question I like to always ask is, what would your origin story be, and what kind of medium would you use to express it?
Excuse me?
What would your origin story be?
Like what?
Origin story.
Origin story. Oh man, I like that question. See, I was just talking to somebody about good questions, and you just gave me the one. All right, so I would say I started off. My origins definitely come from like Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn, born at Kings County Hospital over here in East Flatbush. Um, man, I was born like a wild kid. I had like my parents told me a story of me when I was when I was like with doctors and shit. I would fight the doctors like at like 24 hours old. Like them niggas could not handle me, bro. Like I came out the womb just starting beef. So that should tell you the type of person I am in the long run. Grew up. I had both my parents. I had my mom and my dad with me, which is fortunate. I had my aunt with me too. I grew up going to school in Brooklyn as a young kid, wild and reckless. I was a smart kid, but I still was kind of an asshole. So I used to get in a lot of trouble. I still get into trouble to this day. But I still get into trouble to this day. But I used to get in like trouble with teachers, authority, like because I was just a worthless kid and I was wild and like I knew better. So like that's what made me different. Like I knew what to do. I just decided not to do that shit. So that's what pissed teachers off and shit. But I got older. I got into high school, went through a wild reckless phase, sort of. And then at 17, I'm like, all right, let me clean this shit up. I started going to Brew College at 17. Yeah, which is pretty early for most kids, but it is what it is. I am what I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I met Zeke at Brew. That's why I met Zeke. Oh, and important part of me, I'm Haitian, so that's why I said I'm Caribbean descent. I'm Haitian. My parents were born there. I was born here. That's a big difference to these niggas. Like you got to be very specific, like what kind of Haitian you are. But by the Creole, I speak Creole. You feel me? I understand Creole, so I'm better than the other niggas. Like I speak actual Creole, so that makes me better than the fucking ones that don't know any Haitian Creole, son. But yeah, I met Zeke and dude's cool since I've ever met him, bro. I don't know what it is. It's just cool vibes. Always has some fire sneakers on. Like always. Always like the most fire Patrick Ewings I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, bro, you do this just for niggas like me to be happy. This is why you do this. Because I see it and I'm like, this is fire. This is fire. Only you can rock this though. I can't rock that. Son, Zeke. How you been, bro?
I've been good. Is this working podcasting? Just
Working
kind of
podcast.
busy.
Yeah, we was talking about it earlier. You still work at Zeke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, Zeke office. I'm gonna miss that, but that's not gonna be a thing no more. like The way the Zeke office was set up is not gonna be like that no more. Not post Corona.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
I saw they sent this message yesterday saying that they're gonna just have schools just be pretty much mostly online, or hybrid classes, and like they're gonna try to make the hybrid classes only accommodate like classes that like need you to be there, like labs and like theater, like things where you have to actually be there and do things, or things with like actual equipment. So like, all right, we're gonna have to have those because that's a class. Like we can't just not have that.
Yeah, I'll have beakers and stuff at my house.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna learn this experiment if I'm not in the fucking class to do this shit.
Yeah.
You just don't talk about it. I'm gonna watch it on Zoom. I can't see shit. This camera's trash. Like he's gonna have come on, sorry. But yeah, they're gonna have that. But my thing is school gonna be popping though? Like is niggas gonna go to school just because?
Like, I don't know. So I say I miss school, but I don't miss school. I just miss my friends.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's 100%. Yeah, I miss the friends. Like I miss that, but sort of to a certain degree. Me getting tired of them, but I haven't talked to them in a while, so it's like, damn, I miss being able to talk to y'all.
It's like when the meme came out, I was like, if I knew it would be the last time, I hope my home was a little tighter.
bro, that's a fact, bro. The last day before like quarantine hit like full swing, bro. I'm like, bro, we gotta hang out, bro. We gotta hang out, bro. I know it's gonna hit. It's gonna be his quarantine shit. I gotta hang out with you today one last time, bro. He was like, bro, dog, bro. Bro, a lot of people, I can't imagine having a girl during this shit. Have you seen like those articles, bro? It's like,
oh yeah,
people getting divorces and shit.
Like sometimes people aren't friends beforehand.
Exactly. And they just like each other a lot. Like they just like each other when they're at their best all the time, when they're in front of you. But when you're at home with them all the time, you know what happens when you're with someone for a long time, Zeke?
Cabin fever.
You start finding shit you don't like about them. That's what happens. You start being like, I don't like this about you. And then I'd be like, nigga, that's who I am. And then you'd be like, but I don't like that. And now y'all beefing. And now y'all divorced. I can't. It's hard. It's hard to deal with that shit.
And then you can't go anywhere because most things are closed. So then it just
can't go out with your friends and just pop off. There's no bar to just go drink. There's no hanging out with the boys. If you're a girl, there's no going out with your girlfriends to the club. There's no girls trip. There's no fucking sleepover. Like there's none of that shit. It's just you and whoever you with at the crib. And if that nigga pissed you off, it's just you and that pissed off nigga. Like you and you pissed off at him, and he pissed off at you, or like whatever. If you're like in the other kind of relationships, like your significant other's mad at you and you're mad at them, and then you're just like, so I gotta see you mad every day. Now you being mad, and I don't like that. Now y'all beefing.
Yeah.
Now y'all beefing. It's a tragedy what Corona's doing to these relationships. But the strong ones will prevail. You feel me?
Well, yeah. You gotta get to know people first. And definitely live with them first to see if you can. Because sometimes you can be attracted to people, and that's not like a relationship.
Right. It's like, I mean, who you are, like, to people in front of them is not who you are when you're by yourself. Like, it's true. Who you really are is who you are by yourself. Like, even me, I'm talking in this camera, in this video, like, I'm trying not to be the absolute version of myself to the 100% because I don't know what that would sound like to you guys. Like, so it's like, but when you're, like, attracted to somebody, you're attracted to who they are when they're in front of you. But when you're like with them, you know, there are going to be times you're going to see things that they do when you're not around or when they don't mind you being around or like when you don't like, because you get used to somebody, they kind of stop existing sort of because it's just like you're always there. Therefore, like, I don't have to worry about your presence. So it's like you start seeing that, how that is. And you're like, I don't like that. And it's like, bro, before you was with me, I was doing this. Now you here, you want me to change. And that's always beef.
Yeah, like relationships are just about. I heard like relationships are about self change more than like the other person changing. And that's kind of hard because that's like your identity at that point.
Right. That's what a relationship is supposed to be though. Like it's you and that person saying like I'm accommodating for you, right? Because if y'all both do it, she just taking care of you and you just taking care of her. So it's like y'all don't have to worry about yourselves if it's proper. Like if the mindsets are proper. Like, all right, I'm with you, right? So I'm gonna work to make sure you a better person, and you gotta listen to me, but you gotta work and make sure I'm a better person, type shit. So it's like, like, and also take care of me. So it's like, this is some shit I can't do. You good at that. Like, you do that for me, and I'm gonna make sure the shit you can't do, I'm gonna do for you. And it's like, it's just constant giving. And then if y'all both giving, y'all both receiving, and that's how it works out. But it's like, it's hard to do that because people selfish. Like I'm selfish. So like, you do some shit for yourself, and I'm like, I feel slighted, and I'm like, damn, like you could have done that shit for me. But then I'm not gonna express that because I'm gonna hurt your feelings. And then I hurt your feelings. You get tight. You get tight at me because I hurt your feelings. I get tight at you because you told me I could tell you stuff. And then I'm just like, all right, abort mission. It's just hit that shit. But I mean, that's not me. But I'm saying like that's what would happen. Like if you follow that like that like mode of thinking.
Yeah.
It's like, but it sucks. People could be better though. It's okay. You gonna figure it out.
And I think people still learning about themselves, learning about each other, and it depends on what you can't work through, what you want to work through, and is it even worth it?
But that's a hard question though. That's hard to ask people, bro.
Yeah, like every situation is gonna be different.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so weird. It's like everyone's situation is different. Like everyone, like it don't matter who you are. Like what goes on with you is not gonna be the same as what goes on with the next man. So I think I was writing about this shit because I was really thinking about this shit. Like the idea that like why does someone call a perspective like subjective? Like it says like that's your subjective, like that's your subjective perspective, right? Like because it's like your reality is subjected only to you. Like only you understand what goes on around you. Like only you understand what you experience. Like we can't, like no matter how good I try, I'll never be able to do that. Like understand your experience completely because I'm not going. Because there's this shit that's just fundamentally different about me and you.
Yeah.
Like like our heights are different. Like our backgrounds are different. Like yeah, we black, but like we might be black and we both like wear glasses, but it's like our hairstyles are different or like our family dynamics are different. So it's like
you had a dad.
But right, I hate when niggas do that. I hate when niggas do that. Oh my god. Fine, I'm gonna power through that. But
it's all jokes.
But I know it's jokes, but it's just things. It's like it's like you're right, but damn, I don't want to say that. But so say it's a privilege. But you know what I'm saying? Like our experience is different. So it's like only thing that me and you can agree on or is discuss really in terms of experience is like what we are as black people. Like that's what me and you can talk about because it's like we both know we experienced that. I mean, obviously we know that we've had a black experience because we black. Like it's just, I mean, it's our skin color, because of how the world is set up, this shit matters. So like we can talk about that, but that don't mean me and you are the same.
Yeah.
Me and you are similar probably in a little bit. Like we're similar. Like we're not the same though. So like when you try to explain that to people, because everyone feels like they're different, but it's weird because even though everyone is different, everyone is also similar. Like it's weird. It's a weird balance because you can't treat everyone exactly the same, but like there's certain ways that you treat people based on like things you understand about them. Like like okay, bro, like because of society, like let's use this example. This is gonna be spicy, but I'm gonna walk on this line because I'm a fucking daredevil, right? You're a white person, right? And you understand like the societal kind of connotation of like, let's say the N-word, right? And it's like, we understand that black people are the same as white people, right? But it's like the problem with using the N-word as a white person is kind of like you don't share that experience. So it's like, yeah, because honestly, it's bad to say the word period. Let's just like make that clear. Saying the N-word is bad. I don't think it's fair to like. I don't think anyone would say that saying the N-word is a good thing. Like even as black people, we know that's not good. But it's like we share that experience. So when we say it to each other, it's not that bad. It doesn't feel that bad. But it's like understanding the racial dynamics of the world based on past actions, and that trauma is still there. Obviously, like come on, like think about it. Like we still remember that like fucking like Jews were persecuted by Egypt, or like we know that.
Yeah.
But like it's just like what it is what it is. Like can we hold that could they just hold that grudge forever? I mean they kind of do. But they're I mean they kind of do though. But yeah, I don't even know. But like yeah, now I remember like you're a white person. You understand like the racial dynamics of the situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a matter of like, oh, we're the same. I should be able to say it. It's like, bro, like because of the way the world functions currently, based on the actions of people of the past, which may or may have not been your ancestors, but they definitely look like your ancestors. Like that word comes from a very weird place when it's coming from a person who doesn't understand the experience. It's like, and that's what we're trying to portray. It's like, it's not the fact that we're black and like it's the skin color that makes us particularly able to use it. It's that because of the skin color that was arbitrarily put on us, we have a specific experience. And that is what allows us to kind of say to each other in a sort of playful way. But it's still not good. Like, it's not proper. If anything, we should all stop saying it. If it really hurts us that bad, like we should just all stop saying it. That way they don't feel bad about not saying it, But it's like, oh, the contrary would be like, oh, but like we're taking the power back from that word. And it's like, no, you're not. No, you're not, dude. It's still gonna mean what it meant when it was being used terribly.
I actually wrote a paper about that freshman year.
You wrote a paper about that?
Yeah, about like offensive words. And my stance was that since because I see from history, asking people nicely to not say that word haven't really done anything. And
right.
The way I was looking at it is that since people are using it to hurt you, if you somehow figure a way to make it to depower it, or to make sure or to show that it doesn't have that much value as a hurtful word, then
right.
you're gonna eventually make it die down because when I for me, I'm not always going to if somebody says the N-word, I'm not always going to check somebody on that because that's a lot of time, a lot of work, and I am lazier than I'm woke. Fine. Just being honest.
Yeah, but you know yourself though. That's woke though. Knowing yourself is being woke. Let's just say that.
Then and also if somebody I'm always a big person on context, because you can take any word and use it as offensive if you put it in the right context.
Right. Exactly. It's not just about what you said, it's how you said it and what was going on when you said it.
And then if I react every time somebody said the N-word in a negative way, that's showing a weak. I'm not saying I'm a weak person, but it's showing
a vulnerability. It's showing this is something that moves you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly the way I feel about it. I'm like, it's it's weird because it's I was watching this episode of One Piece, right? And you remember Fisher Tiger?
I am familiar with One Piece.
Okay, good. All right, there's this dude named Fisher Tiger. He's like a fish man, right? And the fish men were oppressed people in the show. One Piece is very progressive, by the way. One Piece is a good show.
Yeah.
it's like these oppressed group of people. They're called the fishmen, but they're technically superior, physically stronger, and like they're actually very smart. They're pretty much humans, but they're just fish humans, right? But it's like, yo, this dude was trying to fight for equality for like fishmen and like humans, but like even though he was fighting for it, when it came down to it, the trauma of it all still hurt him, and he didn't want to get a blood transfusion from like a human because he was like, "Fuck y'all niggas." And it's like he was like, "Bro, I feel so ashamed, but it's true. Like I just can't get over this shit." So it's like that's what I'm like watching that shit. I'm like, that's what black people are feeling. Like it's like no matter how good, like no matter how good of a person I try to be, when a white person says the N word, I'm like, "Fuck, what the fuck?" But like in my head, I know like, technically speaking, I shouldn't be saying it either. So, like, if I'm going to say it, he should not be saying it. If I'm going to say it, he should be able to say it. It's like that trauma of, like, what it means and how it was used on people just, like, bites you. Like, but no, like, this is how it was used for by these people. And if you let them be. So, that's what it is. It's like that. It's, dude, no matter what you do, when you hurt somebody, like, they hold on to it. Like,
Yeah.
some people are better at handling the pain than others, obviously. But if you shatter glass, like, and you put it back together, it's never the same. Same shit. Like, it can be put back together as strong as you fucking can, but like that glass is not the same. And it's like you've changed it, so now you have to accommodate for that to a certain degree. Until we've either kind of put it behind us fully, or there's no retribution for that shit, bro.
It's like
There's no retribution for like what that shit was, bro.
it's just gonna be a mark on history, and so we unfortunately with the way time works, you have to move forward.
We have to move forward.
Because that's how time works.
Oh,
but
it sucks, though.
you gotta remember it. Like it's like forgive but not forget.
Right. Never forget.
Yeah.
Like 9/11, never forget. Like that's something that you just have to remember because it's like that shit can happen.
Yeah. Don't let it happen again.
Don't let it happen again. Like, and that's pretty much what I like. For example, like you look at Germany, right? We would say Germany definitely is not the fucking same as they were when they were fucking killing all of the Jews, right?
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, we will never forget that they fucking did that shit. Like, we will never forget that a group of people fully came together and decided to exterminate a group of people. Like, we'll never forget that shit. Like, that is a mark on history. Like, and it's shameful because it's like, you know, being a German, you have to remember that your people did this shit. But it's like, bro, it is what it is, bro. Like, humanity is like, the history of humanity, bro, is nothing good, bro. It's all bad shit.
Yeah.
And the point of it all is that bad shit is behind us.
And like a lot of people benefited off of it in terms of like medical advancement, stuff like that.
So World War II brought so much shit to us, bro. Like, I read up on World War II. That was like my shit when I was in high school. I was like causing trouble. Yeah, I had a fucking fascination with World War II. So I was a weird kid, but dude, like penicillin, like the World Wars brought us penicillin, right? Mm-hmm. Antibiotics. World War II brought us like commercial planes because that shit, they figured out planes because of World War II. Like the World War I and World War II, like they figured out planes. You feel me? We found out about nuclear energy. So that's a sustainable source of energy that we got from that shit. We got Albert Einstein and his theory of fucking relativity because if he had never had to run away from the Nazis, he would have never came to America. If he never came to America, we would have none of the shit we have now. So it's like a lot of good shit came out of it, you know, in hindsight. And it's a part of human nature, bro. Like we learn from the fuck ups.
And like a lot of Nazi sciences was brought on to like the Americas.
We would have never been able to go to space without those fucking German sciences that we stole from the Nazis.
So it's just like, I think
it's like
the way I say life is balanced. I'm not saying it's
right,
good, but
it's not bad, all the way bad.
It's balanced. Like whatever you land on, I'm sorry.
Right. You just gotta push through that shit.
Like things just work out the way that they are. And I don't have the answers or the power to fix that.
Yeah, dude, I can't fix everything. Like I went to a protest the other day. Like I don't know if you saw like my post. I went to a protest like because I never was a protest guy. Like I never liked going to protests.
Yeah.
And I I went because after like the George Floyd situation, I was like, dude, like I was just really angry.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, dude, like the problem that I'm feeling with with this George Floyd situation is like, yo, how did this nigga feel so comfortable? Like you can't even say the bullshit about it was fear no more. Like that bullshit, like we knew that excuse was bullshit, but like that just proved it. Like that was like, oh, you're definitely not scared of us, bro, because you definitely was just on this nigga's neck just now. So that's cap. You know, we knew that was cap, but now it's like confirmed cap. You're definitely weren't scared of us. So this man is on this man's neck for 8 minutes and 42 seconds. I'm like, shit. Like I see cop roll by. I'm like, fuck. Like this nigga could dead ass just be on my neck. And that's what it is. It's like, it's not that all cops are bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's that I don't know which ones are good or bad. I don't know which ones are good or bad. That's the problem. Because it just seems like all y'all motherfuckers is wilding, and none of y'all motherfuckers want to air nobody out. You know what I'm saying? It's like none of you guys want to air each other out. So it's like, all right, let me use an example that I use for myself because it helps me understand the police situation. Because police and gangs are the same shit. Like they really the same shit. Police, like I've thought about gangs and I thought about police because I live in the hood. Like I'm from East Flatbush, so I look at the police and I look at the gangs. I'm like, I the same shit. It's just the gangs are sanctioned by the government. Like the police are sanctioned by the government. That's the only difference between gangs and police. And it's like the gang that the police is on is you know has roots in the KKK, but you know the star, the sheriff shit. That's like KKK, like the slave catcher. So it's like that's their gang, that's their shit, that's their set, right? So it's like, but they set it up in a way that like obviously black people are in it now, but it's still kind of racist because it just comes from those roots. Like it don't matter what you do. But the idea, the premise of the police is good. What they try to make us believe is it's good. Like, they're trying to protect and serve and help us all and all that shit. Obviously, not doing a fucking great job at it. That's the problem. Problem isn't that the police, like the idea of police is bad. It's like the fucking police are the problem. Like they're not doing a good job at upholding that shit. But them niggas is the same shit. It's the gangs. Like they on some gang shit. Like we do not snitch on each other. We do not say shit about each other. Whatever we do, whatever happened, we don't say shit. Like, whatever happened is whatever happened. That shit happened, we're not snitching. All right. But all of us are going to look back. Fuck it. Because it is what it is. You got to do the fuck we got to do. Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck these niggas. These niggas don't know what the fuck's going on. So it's like, oh, shit. I understand the police. Because I know niggas in the hood just like that. Like, even if they man do some wild shit, they cannot do shit. Like, niggas about to get killed. Because the wrong, like his fucking boy is like blood or some shit. Like I'm blood and my boy blood, but my boy blood and he a wild one, right? So it's like he ended up doing some stupid shit. I tried to stop him. I can't stop him because if I stop him, then it's like it's me against him. Like so, it's like, oh, am I like folding on the set? Like I gotta be back my mans no matter what I do. So it's like, all right, he do some stupid shit. He get killed. He kills somebody, and it's like I can't say shit about that because that's my set. That's my gang. Like that's even though he's a fucking idiot, I can't say shit. Because if I say shit about him, we all our asses in trouble. Because I'm there, I'm implicit, I'm complicit because I was there. You feel me? He gets sent to jail. I don't want to send that nigga to jail because that's my homie. He got kids and shit. Like he got a life and shit. Like I can't send my homie to jail just off of the strength that he did something fucked up. So it's like, oh, so y'all the same. It's just y'all on different sides. That's it. It's just the gangs is the criminals and the police is the government. But y'all the same shit. Y'all do the same shit. Y'all use the same weapons and the same tactics. Fear, violence. Y'all do illegal shit and y'all don't go fuck what nobody say about that shit. Even if it's right or wrong, right? Y'all the same shit. There's good cops, there's bad cops, right? There's good gang members and there's bad gang members. The problem is with the gang members is you don't know the difference. That's the same shit with the police. It's like, you don't know the difference. Why am I comfortable around gang members? Because I know the difference. Because I'm around these niggas. So I know like, oh, these is real gangsters. These niggas is not to be fucked with. Because they might do like, this nigga's just loud because he like talking shit. So I'm not going to take him seriously. Or like, oh, he's wild. He be pulling his gun out because he on some stupid shit. I'm going to just stay away from that nigga. There's no way to do that. I know that because I've been around gang members. But I don't know how to do that for the police. I don't know who the good cops are. So it's like, I see the police, I get fucking nervous. I'm fucking nervous because, my nigga, I just seen a nigga just get his fucking neck snapped on, like, knee on. Like, I just seen this nigga with a knee on his neck. You know, I just seen a nigga get shot because he had a BB gun. You feel me? I seen a nigga get shot with his hands on the wheel because he was fidgeting too much after he got asked to grab his goddamn wallet. I seen that shit on the fucking news. I'm like, oh shit, these niggas is wilding. These fucking cops is bugging. And it's like that nigga pull up on me. I'm fidgeting. I'm scared. He see me fidgeting and scared. He assume I got some shit in the car because I'm fidgeting and scared, not knowing that I just seen a whole bunch of niggas just get shot by you niggas. I'm just watching this shit all day, and you think I'm suspicious because I'm fidgeting. Come on, son. Now, some cops understand that shit. They try to calm you down. I've had good cops do shit like that. And I've had cops that are just like, yo, man, like, I understand, but I need to let you know that that's a warning. I've gotten warnings from cops. Real shit. Like, I've gotten stopped for some shit, and then they be like, yo, I'm going to give you this warning. But it's just I don't know who's who. Like, I don't know who's who. And then I went to that protest, right? So I'm mad about all that. I'm mad. That whole thing, I'm mad about. Because I'm like, bro, I don't like that. Like, then I go to the protest, and I'm like looking at these fucking protesters, and bro, them niggas is antagonizing the police. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. If you 10 deep, bro, let me ask you a question, Z. You 10 deep, bro. It's you and 10 and 9 of your other mans, bro. You feel me? The only thing that's keeping these niggas from fucking clawing at your neck right now is the fact that you got this blicky at your side. All these motherfuckers, if you put your gun down, you not sure if these motherfuckers is gonna stay rational. Because it's just like, you know, these motherfuckers is throwing slurs at you, niggas is calling you pigs, niggas is calling you all type of shit. Niggas is saying, I don't like his eyes, the way his eyes look, I don't like him. And you ain't do nothing wrong. You just scared because a fucking mass of 500 niggas is mad at you for some shit you didn't do. I'm clutching my fucking gun. Because that's what's keeping y'all niggas awake. Is this blicky on my side. So I'm looking at this cop, right? I'm in the front of the crowd. I'm looking at this cop. I can see in his eyes, he afraid. This girl over here, she's screaming and shit. These niggas' eyes screaming. I'm looking at him quiet. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm looking at his eyes. I'm just like, bro, this nigga is not angry at me. This nigga is afraid. Because he might get fucked up and might accidentally have to do some shit that he may not want to do because some other nigga did some dumb shit. And some other nigga was actually racist. And I gotta keep my gun to my side for my protection because I don't know what these niggas is gonna do. And I'm like, bro, I know niggas in the hood that feel the same exact way. But it's just the odds is different. Like it's the other side of the ticket. So I'm like, yo, y'all really the same. Because, yo, like the police try to say that they're good, right? We know that the Bloods and the Crips wasn't starting on some bad shit. It was some good shit they wanted to do. They wanted to help the fucking community. It was a fucking community-based help group, the Crips and the Bloods.
Offset of the Panthers.
Yeah, bro. Oh, exactly. The Crips and the Bloods are the offset of the goddamn Black Panthers. They was on some good shit. They just got fucked up along the way. Because that's what happens when niggas in they shit, with people in they shit. Not niggas and black people, but let me be much more like specific. Humans, when they have some good shit, they tend to fuck it up. That's what we do. It's like, it's in our fucking nature, bro. We fuck shit up. But it's like, you know, we also can make shit better. That's another thing we could do. We blessed to have both sides of that shit. We can fuck shit up terribly, bro. Like, come on. We can see it in history. But like you said, bro, we can take the worst shit going on and make some good shit out of there. Like, we'll take the worst. Like, look at black people. That's what we did, bro. We took the worst of humanity. And, like, we just fucking prospered, flourished. Let's be grateful for what we had, bro. We're doing a great job. Black people doing a great fucking job.
Yeah.
Black people doing a great fucking job. I don't want nobody telling shit about we oppressed. Like, we doing a great fucking job for whatever the fuck is going on. Doing a great fucking job. We could do better if we just stop giving a fuck about these niggas. Look at the sauce we got. Look at this drip. Fuck what they got going on, B. But I understand I understand both sides. Like that being at that protest, I said, oh shit. So there's hatred on both sides too. Because I hate them because of this shit. They hate me because of this shit. It's like, oh shit.
A lot of times, opposites are really similar.
Yeah.
Like love and hate are very similar emotions.
Oh, I think they're the same thing.
Yeah, there's like,
They're just obsession. It's just how
yeah,
you display your obsession.
yeah,
Like, but love is like obsession in positive light. It's like I love you. You're like the greatest thing ever. I'm obsessed with you because you're the greatest thing ever. Hate is I hate you and I don't like you for what you are. I'm obsessed with not liking you. That's what hate is. I'm obsessed with not liking you. And love is just I'm obsessed with liking you. So it's like it's both ways, it's the same shit. It's obsession.
yeah.
Yeah,
Which
that's
was
what I really
either.
right. White people. That's why black people hate white people because it's like we want to be cool with them, but we don't know. But they're not playing fair. We're mad at them because they're not playing fair. But I'm like, dude, they're not. People don't play fair, man. It's a human thing, bro. We don't play fair with each other.
I remember I was watching a video and a guy was talking to another guy. He was like, "Why is it bad that you like people like he wants people to be to like America to similar to like the European style of thinking or like way of life?" And then like the
Mhm.
guy in the panel, he was like, "That's not like the thing that tied America together. Like in other countries that have like religion or like a shared
Yeah,
history that tie each other together, America's very very fractured."
yeah. Because we're a group of people from everywhere.
Yeah,
That's like
and,
America's shit. It's like we are from nowhere because we are from everywhere.
and you have the people
Look
from
in yeah, look in New York, man. Like what culture is New York? We got mosques, we got solid synagogues, we have cathedrals, we have fucking skyscrapers, and we have temples. We have like everything under the fucking sun here because we have everyone from under the sun here. Like you could like think just even the way we eat, bro. Like New York is the most diverse eaters in the world. Some of us, bro, because it's like we literally can eat anything from anywhere right here. Like you just walk through Manhattan. Like that's a fun shit to do. Like you ever like walk through Manhattan like as like a whole thing? Like just walk through Manhattan, you gonna see fucking 15 different cultures, nigga. Like just walk through the bitch. Like no trains, no like walk around and like make a trip of the shit. Like you're gonna find nigga go to Chinatown and then it's like you're in Italian town and you're here and you're here and you're here. And it's like you go to Brooklyn, it's like a whole nother fucking sea of like different shit going on over there. And you go to Queens, it's a whole other host of some shit. And the Bronx, it's the Bronx. But like the Bronx, you know, they got their whole shit. Staten Island, we jack them, but we kind of don't. We jack them in the textbooks, but we don't jack them in real life. But that's Staten Island, I guess. Whatever's down there. But we got all that shit. But it's like Europeans is like they shit is that they European. Like they from this culture of like Christianity and Romans and like Greeks. Like that shit is cemented there. Like
yeah.
that's this that they unified by some shit that's beyond what America unified. Like they've unified Europeans unified on some time shit. Like we've known each other as countries forever. Because that's all we had was each other. But it's like America's like, all right, yo, everyone from everywhere, wherever you from, pull up. We're gonna do some cool shit together. But it's like, what are we? We the group of niggas that's from everywhere. So we're not from nowhere. Like our group isn't from anywhere. Our people are from different places, but our group is from nowhere. We just America just, the founding fathers just decided we just gonna do this shit. They have their own flaws and shit. Give me 2 seconds. I think I fucking my charger's not plugged in all the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think that is good. Sorry about that. I thought I plugged that in properly, but then my computer was like getting ready to die. Bro, the world is a weird place, man.
I feel like the world moves in a circular, like things repeat itself a lot. Like they say, history repeats itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like,
Yo, my uncle gave me a fire ass quote. You want to hear it?
yeah,
He got it from his professor. My uncle got this from his professor, and his professor got it from somebody else. But he said history doesn't repeat itself, history rhymes.
makes sense.
Yeah, like that was like, oh, that's hard.
Because
It's like, it's not that it's the same, it's just similar.
from 100 years from what you call it, every 100 years we had like a pandemic and we didn't learn anything, or did we learn something? Because I'm just like,
We really do get a pandemic every 100 years.
I was like, from 1918, we should have learned something from then.
But pandemics is a part of humanity, bro. We've been fighting the fucking unknown forever.
Yeah,
It's just always some like that's what the thing about the viruses are. Like, it's not that we not figuring it out. It's just these niggas keep getting better.
it's like life form versus life form.
Right. Exactly. You know, they said like the smartest, like they said like, like this. I got the wildest quotes. Like the smartest animals in the world is not smartest living creatures in the world are not humans. It's trees, because trees have been here way before people. So like, and then their time frame is like much longer. So a tree lives for a very long time, and like it's like, okay, we're essentially going to war against the trees, and the trees are like, okay, since you guys want to kill us all, we can't do the thing that keeps you guys intact, which is keeping the fucking global temperatures intact. So like, okay, fuck you guys. Oh, you gonna kill us all? Like, you're gonna kill us all, and you're all gonna fucking die. So fuck you. It's like, holy shit, that's cool. But it's like, save the trees, because they gonna win this. They gonna die, and we gonna die.
Kind of
That's
important.
Yeah, but yeah, like I think you're right about what you said about like the world just like it's like goes in circular motion. Like it's like a cycle.
Yeah,
It's
because
up and down. Yeah.
I was watching Wisecrack and talk about like a what you call it, Endgame, and how like Captain America, his life was that he had to stay the same as life kept moving on,
Yeah.
and Iron Man had to change and adapt himself as things kept happening to him.
Right.
And Thor, he just kept going to the same circle of he was on top, then everything was shut down for him, and then he had to build himself up again,
Yeah.
which is similar to how the Norse view life with like Ragnarok, how like that will be the end of everything. It'll
Yeah.
restart itself, and then again the cycle. So
Yeah.
I feel like
It goes every time. Yeah.
the world is a mixture of all three.
Yeah. I
Because
think all of these religions and like all of these beliefs are just like are different interpretations of the same shit.
yeah, because in the Norse, I was surprised. I was watching the History Channel. It was like they had their own Adam and Eve
Yep.
at the end of Ragnarok for everything.
Yeah. Like every culture has a be like a first human. Like every culture has like the first human's story for the most part. Most of them that we know about too. Like there's some
Yeah,
ones that don't have like an Adam and Eve that we don't really talk about most of the time because they're not like as like powerful. I still think this one is fire. Like this is the Mesopotamian gods. They're cool, but it's like what you can learn from them is like not as good as what you can learn from like paying attention to like the Norse mythology or like Greek mythology and shit like that, because they're like a little bit more implicit. But because I had a class about this kind of shit, like
mm-hmm.
the side like the ethics and morals, the ethics and logic of religion and some shit like that. But it was a philosophy class about like the ethics of religion, like essentially like what is religion, what is actually religion supposed to do as like a fucking function of humanity. Like it's like all of these things are the same thing. Like they're just trying. All these religions are just essentially people trying to get each other to understand a good way of living. Like this way is better than the other way of living. If you live this way, your life will be okay. If you don't live this way, life is gonna be shit. Like that's what all the religion thing is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, which religions are better? The motherfuckers who win, The religion is like, we won because we're better. We won because we said that we were better, had a better way of living. We fought about it, and our way of living obviously is better because we won. It's like if we weren't that, if our like think about this like religiously speaking, like if our way of living wasn't better than yours, then y'all would have won. That's like the whole religious argument, and it's logical. It's fire though. It's fucked up, but it's fire.
Like
It's kind of true.
Like our God said we can win.
Right. And we beat y'all ass. So if y'all God lost, who got better? You feel me? Like if we fought y'all and we beat y'all, we obviously better because our God made sure we won because we better. That's all it is. And it's like, that's why they say the history is in the hands of the winners, because it's like, our God said that we better. We beat y'all niggas, so we obviously better than y'all. Yeah. And it's like, you can't tell them it's cap. It's not. They won. They won. They better than you. They beat you. However they beat you, they beat you. Even if you're a smaller country and shit, like, think about it. Let me put it into perspective, right? People don't like the Jewish people, right? Because Jewish people in Hollywood and all that shit, you know, they take over everything. But it's like, we hate on the Jews so much, but they keep saying that they the chosen people. And no matter how much you try to get rid of these, no matter how much humanity tries to get rid of these niggas always come back. They always come back. They always come back. They always take shit over, and they always get fucked up again. Always, every time. They always come back. It's like, okay, we can say that they're fucking like Hitler's point of view is like they're fucking vermin, right? Like they infest the world and they infest the community, and they just take advantage of it, and then they succeed, and now we have to kill them. That was Hitler's perspective, right? Which is disgusting because it's fucking wrong, you know. But there's another point of view, like, okay, what the fuck are these niggas doing that always make sure they win? Because these niggas always winning. Every country they go to, they come in and fucking wreck shit. You gonna tell me Jewish niggas don't wreck shit no matter where they go? You ever seen some black Jewish people? Motherfuckers is on it. Like, fucking white Jewish people, motherfuckers is on it. Chinese Jewish people, motherfuckers is on, I mean, Chinese people be on it, period. But that's like double trouble right there. They be fucking on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what make this group of people win every fucking time? All right. Let's observe that and figure that out. Maybe we can figure out how we can make our shit better, you know? Instead of hating on them niggas for winning and shit. Like, that's how I look at religion now. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I could hate niggas for religion, but it's like, all right, what is about their shit that they shit better? Because every religion got some shit that they better than another religion for, because they wouldn't be here. Yeah. That's a theory. Like, think about it. No one believes in fucking Greek mythology no more. That was a religion. Now it's mythology. Because that shit don't work as good as the shit that we got now. The shit we got now work better. So we don't worry about that shit. All right, 12 gods, that shit don't work good because there's too many gods to worry about. Let's just have one. Because it's easier to talk to one than fucking 12. And then there's like fucking gods for all the different shit. Like, there's God of sleep. Like, there's a God of fucking like dreams. Like, what? Nigga, I gotta pray to all these niggas? Like, nah, let me just pray to one nigga that does all this shit. And that's how, like, Christianity's God won. Like, that's how not Christianity, I would say, let's do it say the Judeo-Christian God, because they technically a Jewish God. The Christian God is technically the Jewish God, and the Islamic God is technically the Christian God that is technically the Jewish God. So it's all the same shit. These niggas all believe in the same fucking God. That's why these niggas all here. It's like, same fucking nigga. But it's how they talk to that nigga is all different. But it's like, all right, let's just make him one nigga. All right. We think the way we talk to this nigga is better than the way y'all niggas talk to this nigga. That's what the Christians said to the Jewish people. Y'all niggas killed Jesus. We thought Jesus was cool and all that. He was the fucking savior. Y'all niggas killed him. Y'all obviously fucking following the wrong nigga, because the nigga we follow would never let some shit like this happen for no reason. They were trying to teach us something. Y'all motherfuckers is wrong. And then Jewish people was like, fuck y'all niggas. We know what the fuck we talking about. We've been doing this shit for thousands of years. Y'all niggas gotta shut the fuck up. Right? So Christians is separated from Jewish people. Like, all right, we gonna worship this Jesus nigga because Jesus is the Son of God, And these niggas don't see that shit because these niggas is fucking blind. Fuck these niggas, right? And then comes like Muhammad and shit. Muhammad had his own shit in the mountains. And he knows about the Christian God. He knows about the Judeo-Christian God. He knows about that nigga. He like, that nigga seemed pretty cool. And then he chilling by himself. And he's like, oh, holy shit. Well, this nigga was speaking to me. And, I don't think this nigga Jesus is the son of God because, come on, my nigga. He not that great. He was all right. But, feel me? I think this nigga talking to me. Like, I think Jesus was just like me. Like, we both was just prophets. He might have thought he was the son of God, but he really wasn't. There's no son of God. There's no way to do that. So, but we going to respect him because he's smart. Like, he had a point. And then Muhammad was like, but I got my own shit to say. And we going to have to say, like, yo, fuck this pork shit because, like, that shit killing us right now. Every time a nigga eat pork, he get worms. So that nigga can't eat pork no more. God said we can't eat that shit. Because every time we eat that shit, niggas die. So God said don't eat that shit. And now them niggas don't eat pork. But now all these niggas believe in the same God, but they all beefing because it's like the way I believe in my God. The way I believe in God is different from how you believe in God. Because you swear to God that, like, this nigga is a fucking son of God. I'm not jacking that. Like, you believe that this is this, but I'm not jacking that. Like, they all believe in the same God, but they just beefing about the particularities. So it's like, all right, so y'all, again, all y'all niggas is the same. Y'all just got different sides. It's like, y'all the same niggas. Like, y'all the same similar niggas. Y'all believe in the same God, but y'all just beefing because of, like, little particular shit that was going on here. How about fuck all how y'all believe about that little shit that was happening here and just focus on the shit y'all don't all agree with? Like, the Muslim story is the same shit as the Christian story. That's the same shit as the fucking Jewish one. There was Adam and Eve. The motherfuckers was in the garden. Fucking Eve ate the apple. And them motherfuckers got kicked out and sent into work, starvation, and slavery, and fucking sin, essentially. All of them believe that. You tell that shit to all these niggas, they'd be like, yes, that happened. That's how that shit started. So what y'all beefing about? Y'all just beefing about the after shit. Y'all not even beefing about the before shit. The before shit was what matters. Before shit was what matters. Like, y'all all cool on that shit. So, like, just say, we might not believe, we not jack all this other shit, but, like, let's just, like, get together. But, like, and that's what, like, the problem with, like, Palestine and, like, Israel and shit. But, like, you talk to niggas who's really Jewish, them niggas is like, bro, we don't fuck with Israel. Because they like, yo, they don't fuck with Israel, bro. Like, some Jewish niggas don't fuck with Israel because it's like, yo, it says in our religion, we're not supposed to have a holy land. We're not supposed to have that. Like, we're not supposed to have a place for only Jewish people. It's not allowed. So these niggas is breaking the rules. But then the Jewish niggas, after Hitler, this nigga Hitler came through and did some fucked up shit to the Jews. And the Jews were finally tired of that shit. Jews was like, yo, my nigga, like, every time we pull up on y'all niggas and we winning, y'all niggas get mad that we winning. So fuck y'all. We want our own place where we can just win in peace. But I'm sure that whoever made the rule that Jewish people can't have their own fucking holy land was making sure that situations that we have right now wasn't going to happen. Like, think about it. The fucking religion says no holy land. Why? Because it's like, yo, we be winning. And niggas don't like that we be winning. Because we the best. If we have a place for only ourselves, we going to end up like these niggas always trying to fight other niggas for their shit when we can just win while we here. Now look what happens to Israel. Israel got their own shit. Now they constantly beefing with other countries. Like, Jewish niggas was beefing with niggas off some just being Jewish, but not as a whole country. So now niggas is gonna blame all Jewish niggas for Israel, even though most of these niggas don't like that shit. So it's like, see, that's what happens when you have a territory. Now niggas be on gang shit. That's all this shit is gang shit.
Yeah. Like, history is the same difference.
It's gang shit. Literally, you can boil down history and war into gang shit. My gang better than your gang. Fuck your gang name. Fuck your set. That's all this shit is, bro. Fuck your set. My set better than your set. I'm not fucking with y'all niggas is running shit. We better than you. I bet. You think we not better than you? I bet. Let me pull up on you real quick. Fuck you up. And then we take your shit. And then you gotta be our shit now because we conquered y'all. So we better than you. And you know we better than you because we conquered you. It's easy. But then when you understand that, you're just like, oh. So all this shit happening right now is normal. Like, all the disputes and anger and shit, that shit normal. It's supposed to be like that. Ain't never been no peace. Niggas saying no justice, no peace. I'm like, bro, there's never gonna be peace. Always gonna be some shit wrong.
Yeah, I was always thinking like if everybody got what they wanted, that just makes conflict
Yes, bro.
because
Bro,
people want conflicting things.
you wanna know when humans are gonna band together finally, all together, perfectly, as a organized, as a perfect society? When fucking aliens pull up. Because there's no time for no distinctions now. It's us and them. Like, okay, you black, but you human though. Them niggas aliens. Like, we together. Like, yeah, we might not like y'all like this, but we hate them more. Like, we gotta put all this bullshit aside to fight the aliens. Like, that's when we gonna be like, done, like, yo, forever.
And then we're gonna find like another life form in the fourth dimension and be like,
Yeah,
okay,
bro, we gonna, come on.
you guys are other life forms.
Yup.
And we're life
Like,
forms.
we gotta fight these niggas now. Fuck fighting each other right now. We gotta fight these niggas. Then look. You wanna know how you know that's true? Look what happened to the. You watch Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Look what happened to the Walking Dead, bro. What happened at the beginning of Walking Dead? All the niggas is fighting each other, right? Racism was pretty much like niggas that was racist died. Why? Because being racist got you into some fucking trouble with the enemy. Because you want to be dumb shit. You want to be sexist? We can't be sexist. Why? Because if you try to do some dumb shit because you're being sexist, y'all gonna die. Like, we cannot be fighting right now over some stupid arbitrary shit. We got these zombies to fight. Why can we not fight over resources too much? Why? Because if we start fighting over resources, two things can kill us: other groups or the zombies, which is the real enemy. Because we can always just befriend these niggas. We can befriend the other humans if they with it, right? But these zombies, there's no friends with these niggas. But as these niggas started getting acclimated to like zombie life and started figuring out how to have a civilization, started getting like niggas is getting electricity, niggas got a village, niggas got walls, niggas figure that shit out because that's what niggas do. We figure shit out. God bless us as human beings. We figure this shit the fuck out. That's why we always win at the end of it all. No matter what the fucking nature does to us, we be like, fuck y'all niggas, we gonna win. You know what I mean? Them niggas started fighting each other. As soon as they figured this shit out, and it wasn't the zombies wasn't a big enemy no more. They was like, nigga, fuck the zombies. These niggas is the problem because y'all niggas is not operating correctly. The zombies not an issue no more.
It's like if countries in war, without war, they'll fight each other.
Yes.
And then if there's a war, everybody just like, hey, let's stop this right now.
We gotta fight these niggas. Think about it. When it was America's race tensions at its lowest? Wartime. When did black people get the most shit? Wartime. Because we don't got time for this racism shit right now. Even in the fucking army, them niggas were trying to be racist, but they realized it wasn't helping. Like, and that's why, like, you know, like those people that go to the military, they'll go to the military, they'll be treated a certain way by the military, because the military, y'all all the same. Y'all all pieces of shit. So it's like, there's no racism. There is racism in the military, but it's not as bad as like here, like in the States. They'll come back to the fucking United States. I feel like, yo, my nigga, like if some racist shit happened to me, I can go to my superior. They can handle that shit because we don't got time for the racism shit right now. But when we back here, these niggas is racist and nothing happens to these niggas. So now these niggas get tight and they start shooting at the police. Because they military niggas, bro. What do they train you in the military? If you want some shit, you got to fight for it. So, all right, they go to the fucking police. The police don't want to help. All right, they go to the government. The government don't want to help because they're racist too. All right, they try to go to the lawyers. Lawyers don't want to help. They can't fight that shit. They're racist too. Oh, okay, so I can't fight. No way to at all to stop this racism shit from happening in the States. Like, niggas is just dying. No one wants to get arrested. All right, I was in the military. If I wanted some shit, I had to fight for it. All right, you know, for me, I know how to go. The only thing I know how to do right now is use this gun because that's the shit that I was trained. So they pull up on the police and they start shooting these niggas. And then now it's like, look, black people's killing the police. It's like, yo, you can read these niggas' fucking stories and them niggas tried everything in their goddamn power to not use fucking guns. To fix the shit that was going on and to not use guns. So it's like, bro, you right, son. Like, no matter what you do, We're going to come into conflict.
It's like we had to make conflict. If there is no conflict.
We have to. You ever heard of Friedrich Nietzsche?
Probably.
Like a philosopher.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was him. I hope I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm a terrible philosophy minor. But he said, if humanity got everything they wanted, if they got cakes and they got to eat whatever they wanted and have whatever they wanted and all things worked out for them all the time,
Mm-hmm.
some motherfucker would just start breaking shit just for something interesting to happen.
Yeah.
Some nigga will just start going crazy just to be like, yo, this shit was boring, my nigga. You gotta shake this bitch up. Somebody is gonna be the bad guy. Somebody's gonna be the bad guy just because.
It's like the person who brings the gun to the party. And
Yup.
like,
Exactly. That's a fucking perfect point, bro. It's the nigga who brings the gun to the party. Why you need that?
It's a party. Neutral.
Bro, okay, you bring your gun to the party. Why you had to bust it at some nigga that wasn't really bothering you? Like, yeah, he was talking a lot of shit. But, like, yo, you need to pull out your gun on him. God damn.
Yeah,
That's exactly what that is, bro. That's the hood version of Friedrich Nietzsche. My son Zeke. That shit was fire. It's always a nigga who brings the fucking gun to the party. Always. Like, you know what they said, that's true though. Like they said, like no matter how good it is, there's always it's a part of like psychology of humanity. Like there's always gonna be criminals.
Yeah.
No matter how good society is, there's always gonna be criminals. Like everything works out, there's gonna be criminals. There's always gonna be some nigga that just wanna break the rules just because. And I get that because that's how I was in high school. I was that kid. Like I wanted to subvert the rules just because I wanted to. Like not that they were hard to follow or not. It was just like it's much more fun to not follow that shit. Because then it's like, you know, like I could do whatever I want. I fuck what these niggas think. Fuck these niggas. What they gonna do? They gonna call my mom? Fuck these niggas. You don't fuck all that shit. Do whatever I want, nigga. There's always gonna be that. Like, there's always gonna be a kid. Every class got a kid that don't listen. You know what I mean? Every class. And some classes may be better than others, right? But every class got that one nigga that listen less than all the other kids. And that nigga always ready for some static.
Yeah.
That was me, unfortunately. That was me in my class. Like, even amongst the smart niggas, I was the dickhead. I was the one that was like, fuck you. So it was like, it is what it is, bro. Like, you're going to find that shit. Like, this is always going to be bad cops, bro. There's always going to be bad people. There's going to be bad people, bro. It's a part of human nature. Like, it's in the shit. It's like if the world is like a video game, that's like a program. That's an NPC. Like, that shit going to be there.
You got to figure out. We just need processes to solve it. That's the main problem we don't have.
We need to make processes. Exactly. Oh, we do have processes, but they're not good. They're not efficient. I mean, we send niggas to jail. It's not efficient. Jail is just not efficient. That's the only problem with jail. Like, we need to put these niggas somewhere, but jail doesn't work. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
We gotta put them niggas somewhere. Like, these niggas that's just wilding, we gotta be able to identify them properly and just put them somewhere where they can do the shit that they do away from regular niggas. But they don't gotta be in prison. Like, that shit bad. Like, they're human still. Like, that's the thing. Like,
prison is just an incubator for crime.
Yo, my uncle told me the realest shit. He was like, you want to know how to really become a fucking real criminal? Once you go to jail, bro. That's what real criminals are born. Because like my uncle was like, all right, bro, say you like a young little drug dealer, right? You a good man, you a good kid, you know, you got caught up with some stupid shit. You get sent to jail, right? But you a smart kid, like you a smart kid, you just got caught up in some shit, right? Now you in the system. So you could never, ever, ever get a real job ever again, right? So you got one option, right? You a smart kid, you got one option. Either you suffer for the rest of your life trying to impress the white man, or you become the best goddamn drug dealer you can ever become. Or if you got sent to jail for murder and you getting off early, be the best at this hood shit that you could possibly be. So it's like you go into a fucking room with a bunch of hood niggas. Like You know when Baruch, they got us networking with professionals?
Yeah.
That's what jail is for hood niggas. Jail is a conference. It's a conference for hood niggas. Like, all the hood niggas, all the best hood niggas get sent to jail. So they go talk to other hood niggas, and the hood niggas say, no, young man. You was doing the drug game all wrong. Here's what you got to do. Here's how you do it, and you're going to make some more money. And they teach them all this game and shit. They make them tough. You know, they start fucking working out and shit. They go into the Huff and Ball of goddamn time chamber in that bitch. They come out there super thug. And then now they on the scene, they on the street, even bigger, even badder wolf than they was before they went. And we want these niggas to stop doing what they doing. It's like, you sending niggas to boot camp to learn how to be better criminals, and you make us feel like shit because we become better criminals. And then now because black people got the most criminals because we keep getting sent to fucking criminal training camp every fucking time we do something bad. You keep doing bad shit, we're gonna put you in a place where you can learn more bad shit. What the fuck? That's what society does. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, we need to rehabilitate these people. That's what they do in Europe.
Yeah, you can do prisons all that. It's like a camp.
You go to prison for 2 years. You get a therapist, talk about your problems. You figure out your life. You get a skill. You get a craft. You know, you get a fucking vocation. You learn how to fucking better yourself. Be a better person when you leave here. Yeah, oh God, don't come back here. Please, I don't want to see your hair ever again. Like, that's real. I don't want to see your ass ever again. I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you everything you need so that you never bring your ass back here ever again. Think yourself. Because some niggas need that shit. Some niggas need some time to be away from niggas and figure their shit out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they was doing bad shit because they didn't understand themselves or they was bored of some shit. Niggas need some time alone. That's what jail's supposed to be. Get some time alone by yourself. Figure yourself out.
Because in the States, people have this, like, the thing is, like, the States, they treat life as black and white, where it's very gray.
It's gray.
I always say good people do bad things and bad people do good things.
Right.
And the way when the media and, like, entertainment portrays crime is just that all crime is bad and there's in this side good and bad.
Right. Like, you're a criminal, you're automatically like evil.
Yeah, but some people aren't just evil.
Yeah. Well, there's good hood niggas, bro. Like, there's hood niggas that are like good people. Like, they're good people. They sell drugs. They sell their fucking cocaine or they sell their fucking weed, and they go back to work and they go back to their kids, and they love their kids and they love their wife and shit. But they just gotta sell this work because they got sent to jail. Are they bad people? No. It's the circumstances.
Because a product can be good and bad. Like,
Exactly.
if you're in a neighborhood, like, if I say that, some people are like, no, you're not. But, like, I am, I guess, what study we call the positive example.
Yeah. Like, you could be a good drug dealer. Like, you could be an evil drug dealer too. Like, think about it. If you're a good drug dealer, right? You give your product, you give your customer the best possible product so that they don't hurt themselves. But, like, this good. I mean, let's hypothetically, right? If you were going to buy drugs, you would want to at least buy drugs from somebody who sells the actual drug that they sell, and that they care about you enough to not lace your shit with something bad so you can die. And you can have a bad drug dealer. You can have a motherfucker that gives you PCP just for the fun of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's police officers like that. You know, there's good police officers that might let you out for the fucking warning because you did some stupid shit. You know, slap on the wrist, right? I've had those. I'm sure a lot of people have had those. Probably not as much as white people probably do, but, you know, we probably all experience at least one police encounter. Hopefully, maybe. I would hope, pray to God, that someone has at least had one good encounter with the police and can just be like, okay, they're not all bad. Just the right ones. Obviously, a lot of them are bad, but, you know. And then even with people, you know, like you were saying your point, like, it's gonna be good people. There's gonna be bad people. Like, there's gonna be Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, and then there's gonna be Hitler and shit. It's Stalin. Like, there's gonna be these niggas. No matter what you do, there's gonna be the good and the bad. This is how we move around this shit. It's the yin and yang symbol. Life is the yin and yang symbol. That's what life is. It's good shit, bad shit. It's chaos and order. It's up and down. It's left and right. Like it's like shit that's different, opposing each other just together.
And the thing is, like, a lot of times we get caught up in the differences and we ignore the similarities. If a lot of people look at the similarities, like, you're not that different.
Same. Everyone's similar. Everyone's the same.
Because I think in World War II, it was like the Germans and the French were fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably getting the countries wrong. And then, like,
No, they were fighting, yeah.
no, I'm talking about, like, the specific countries.
Yeah. Germany pulled up on France, yeah.
I'm not talking about for this example.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Like, in the example that Germany and French are fighting.
Yeah, but, like,
They did fight. They did, yeah.
I know they fought, but I'm talking about for this example where it was Christmas and they started celebrating Christmas together.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember that. I know that story, yeah.
And it's just like, but it was the outside forces, like, the country was like, hey, you guys are at war, fight. And it was like, they're trying to do everything to not fight. Like, hey, we're going to shoot at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're going to shoot up. So if you guys lay down, then you guys won't get hurt.
Facts.
And they did that, but the generals, like, the country was like, hey, this is war, fight.
And them niggas is like, I'm on break.
Like, we just celebrate Christmas. You guys are cool.
These guys are cool. Yeah, we gonna kill each other later, but like, let us have this Christmas, nigga. Shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of it all, these niggas know they're not that different. Like, these niggas know that they're not that different. They're just on the opposing sides. Like, this war shit is literally a battle of just opposing sides. You don't believe what I believe, so I don't fuck with you. Or like, you have some shit that I want, and you won't give it to me, so I'm gonna take it from you. That's what war is, bro. It's simple shit, but it's part of life, bro. Conflict is a part of life. Like, conflict in general, it's just mitigating how far it escalates.
Yeah.
Bro, I think that's what guys are good at. Like, guys are good at doing that shit because guys know that we can fight. So, like, me and you talking, and it's like, all right, bro, like, do I want to fight this nigga right now? No. All right, I'm not going to say that in too long. Like, that's why I think the guys talk. It's like, that's why we can, like, fuck around and, like, be assholes to each other. Because we know, like, no matter how much of an asshole that I am to you or you are to me, like, that don't really hurt. But getting punched in the face kind of hurt. So as long as we're not doing that to each other, all this shit playful. All this shit, this talking shit is playful. Like, it's nothing. Because we could be fighting right now. That hurts. But it's a conflict is a part of life. Like, you're not going to avoid that shit. There's going to be conflict as long as shit is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as there is different, there is going to be conflict. But shit the same. If everything is exactly the same, nothing is going to have any kind of conflict with each other. But then nothing changes. Everything's the same. Shit trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's balance and just sucks.
It's hard.
Balance sucks.
Balance sucks, but it's good though.
You need it.
You need it. Because, like, how, like, for example, right? You know, shit is bad, right? But, like, how would you know shit was good if you didn't know what bad shit looked like?
Yeah, it's like, it's only light because of darkness.
Right.
And only darkness
Like,
because of light.
darkness is an absence of light, right? Light is an absence of darkness. But you need to have both to understand each other. Like, you can't have bad without understanding good.
Yeah.
You can't have good without having understanding bad. Like, you're not going to understand what's good if you don't know what's bad. Because everything that's not good is probably bad. And everything that's not bad is probably good. There's neutral, but then that's boring. No one likes neutral. Neutral is trash. You want good at least. But if we have bad, we at least know there's good. Like, I'll just remember that. And whenever bad shit's going on, like, there's something good going on here. I think if everyone focused on that, like, I think of, like, when all this shit around you is going to shit, whatever is going good, focus on that shit.
Sometimes it's just certain situations are hard.
It's hard. But it's always like, think about it. If there wasn't at least some shit going good for you, you wouldn't be alive.
I guess, like, if you like in the Jeffrey Epstein thing or the sex trafficking thing, I think that's an extreme example, but like that's hard. Like that's one of the times like with something with that statement is like yes, like if you're being nitpicky, like say you're breathing is a good thing, but even then, I think a lot of times torture is worse than death.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm saying if you're living for no reason, that's when it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like that's what sucks about being a slave, like being sex trafficked too. It's like there are prostitutes, right? But they have a choice. Even though it's like whatever you can feel about prostitutes, however the fuck you want to feel about prostitutes, at least they are making a choice, right?
Sometimes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm separating it. Like there's like girls that are being sex trafficked. Like these girls in Europe that get like drugged, and like they're just put in perpetual high, and they just raped while high, and they can't do nothing about it because they're so fucked up all the time that they literally cannot do anything, and this dude's just fucking them. I'm like, holy shit, that's disgusting. Like, it's a freedom issue too. Like, it's mostly the freedom issue. It's not like the rape is a freedom issue. Like, all of that shit is a freedom issue. It's like she should be able to have that fucking choice of whether she wants to sell her body or not. But you're taking away her integrity and her sovereignty essentially, and taking advantage of her. That's fucked up. That's evil shit, man. It's like, that's evil shit. But like, what is good? Not that shit. Like whatever is wrong about that, do the opposite. That's good. Like we wouldn't know how bad humanity would get without Hitler.
And unfortunately, people have to be sacrificed. It's just
not even sacrificed, man. It's like it is what it is. Because calling it a sacrifice would make it seem like Hitler dying was not a good thing. Like, but it's like Hitler existing wasn't a good thing. But we know now how bad shit can get because of how bad he was. So it's like that's the good thing that we got from that. Like the fact, yeah.
Like nuclear warheads, like it's a bad thing that they're here because they could just end things, but they're keeping us calm. Like
yes, bro, it's that fighting, bro. It's like guys can talk all this shit, but when we get to fists, that's when it gets rough. Like Russia can do all this shit. China can say whatever the fuck they want. America can say whatever the fuck we want. Like, but we all know, like, don't think that like you better than us and you gonna shoot us with some missiles and we not gonna bust back. Like, okay, you everyone knows that if you antagonize each other too much, the first nigga to shoot a missile is the wild one. It don't matter how far we get.
Yeah,
that's like Kim Jong-un wild.
It's like this is the nuclear warhead is like the cap right here.
Right.
And it's keeping us from going here.
Right. And here is death. Like mutually assured destruction is up here. Like we don't want to go there. Like we gonna die if we pass this threshold.
Yeah.
So whoever does it is y'all fault we all die. You gotta take the blame. So what country is gonna get angry enough that they're willing to destroy the world? Because Kim Jong-un is saying all this shit. He's just posturing. Because he don't got that shit. He just talking all this shit. We gonna blow everybody up when we get the missiles. No, y'all not. No, they not. Because you gonna die. Nigga, Russia was talking all that shit. Soviet Russia was talking all that shit. And then they got the nuclear bomb and it was like, yeah, bro, I don't know if it's worth it. Like yeah, like Russia was all gung-ho about fucking America up with a nuclear bomb until they got one. It was like, oh, I don't know about that. We gonna both die? All right, fuck them, but I don't want to die too. Like that's the whole Cold War. That's all Cold War was. Fuck them, but
everybody had their finger on the trigger, but everybody was like,
yeah, everyone got their finger on the trigger, but everybody like, if I pull this trigger, I'm gonna die.
That's what I think unfortunately we need army. Like I want peace. I don't think. I think war is just a poor man fighting a rich man's battle.
Yeah.
But if like you said, like we said earlier, somebody's gonna make an army because nobody else has an army.
Right. And
And
somebody
then
gonna try to take
take over.
advantage. Right.
Yeah.
So you gotta have your shit together and your army so that if they try to pull up, you ready.
And
Because
it's
there's always a nigga with a gun. There's always a nigga with a gun at the party. Yo, that's a fight. Yo, you don't even know what you just gave me that. Like, you just gave me that shit. Like, I'm thankful for that because that's so fire.
he was like, what? He was just like,
It's the
I seen
first,
him-
like, oh, it's perfect.
I seen a meme. It was like something like Brooklyn party is like, told the guy don't bring a gun. He was like, why? And he was like, what?
Why not to bring the gun?
Yeah, and just like, what?
Bro, that's so funny. Yo, wow. Don't bring the gun. Why? What? What you mean, why?
Why?
Bro, because dead ass, like, what you mean, why? Like, no one
Yeah,
will
bro,
bring a
I'm
gun. Why you just?
The way we end it is, what would you name your origin story?
Oh, man, what do I name my origin story? The story of Zan, bro.
Nice.
The book of Zan, like the story of Zan. Like, that's all I can. Because I'm Zan right now. And everything that I am and everything that I was is what makes me Zan. So the origin is the story of Zan. Like the origin of who I am is the story of Zan. So the story of Zan will be the name of my origin story. It's fine.
Nice. Well, thanks for
Awesome,
coming on the
Zeke.
podcast.
Thanks for having me, bro. You've been trying to do this for months.
I gotta do a lot of editing right now for this episode. I had to.
Yeah, but I hope it was fun, though. I hope you enjoy it when you're watching it.
Oh yeah, it was cool.
I hope you enjoy it when you're watching it. I hope people like it, too.
I'd be like trigger warning for certain situations.
I love everybody, but I hate y'all all. Because it's love and hate. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. Just obsessed with us. I love us all. I like how good humans can be, and I really hate how bad we can be. But nonetheless, I'm obsessed with us because I am us, and I love myself, so I have to love you guys. It's a balance. But thanks again, bro.
No problem.
I'm gonna get off now. I'm gonna talk to you later.
All right, see ya.
That brings another episode of the Let's Get Podcast to a close. I'd like to thank my friend Alex for coming as a guest. For next week, I have my friend Wanderly to speak about her adjustment to the COVID-19 pandemic as a college student. Hope you continue to have a nice day, and I hope to see you there.